I just failed my first class. According to the generous policies of Andrew Hamilton, I am now being kicked out of the school permanently. With no options left, I hit the streets, desperately trying to think of a way to get myself out of this situation. Broke, but still determined, I did the only logical thing one would do in my situation. I turned to Wall Street. But first, I needed to get educated. Hi, I have a few questions about Rockstar's data so I can educate my decisions. Could you help me?
Definitely, let me tell you all about it. The goal of our project is to evaluate the effect of in-game events and challenges on user engagement in GTA 5. In order to do this, we have focused on two major GTA 5 online events that occur between the dates in the dataset provided, specifically early September and end of November. The events are Halloween Week 2020 and Heist Challenge 2020. We analyzed time spent, money spent, and in-game activities of players during these events. The way we track changes in these events is that the time period we use is 1 week before the event, 1 week during the event, and 1 week after the event. So it's like a 21-day time period, and we see how the metrics we track change over a period of these 21 days. For our data cleaning, we remove modders with like impossibly high RP values that we discovered in the dataset.
As shown, there is not really much of a difference in time played before and during the event, but we do see a noticeable jump in time spent in the days after the event, which could be due to the increase of resources and items by the end of the event. Our Z-test confirms that there is a significant difference at the 5% level between time spent before and after the event. We first noticed the large player spending before the heist challenge even began. This is because the Halloween event just ended. However, we see the overall total weekly spending before and during the event is not very significant. On the other hand, the jump in player spending is slightly noticeable during and after the event.
From the data, we can see the total number of kills per day increased slightly during and after the event. However, it is not a significant increase. This might be explained by players spending the Halloween buying weapons, vehicles, and other in-game items, but only started using them the week after the discounts ended, leaving them with a higher number of kills per week after the event ended. However, unlike kills, there is a significant increase in deaths after the event. This might be explained by players spending the Halloween week purchasing new, cheaper items in the store, and after the event item, they spend that time using their newly purchased items, which led to them being more aggressive as well as more vulnerable, leading to more deaths.
Unlike during the Halloween event, we see a bigger jump between player time spent before the event and during the event. But we do not see a big difference between player time spent during the event and after the event. However, the jump between player time spent is noticeable before and after the event. We hypothesize the total spending does not change too drastically throughout the 21-day period because there is an event that also offered discount just over a week before the event started. The Heist Challenge offered the community a new vehicle if they were collectively able to earn 100 billion in-game currency from any heist finale by the end of the event. This is an incentive for players to earn money instead of spending money, which also explains the lack of change in total money spent.
The total kills per day increased significantly during the event. This might be because the heist had lots of bonuses for violence against other players and NPCs. This led to an increase in the number of total kills per week and declined as soon as the bonuses were removed after the event week. Total deaths per day decreased slightly during the event, despite the increase in kills. This suggests the heist content was not challenging as players were able to kill significantly more enemies while not dying anymore. In the discussion of our data shown earlier, the player engagement generally increases the week after the event. This suggests that during the event weeks, players are engaged in participating in those events and purchasing items that have discounts. This leads to a short-term fall in activities, but a spike in activities in the week after as players use those purchased items and re-engage with more rewarding in-game activities. We saw that player engagement was generally higher during the week of the Heist Challenge event compared to the Halloween event. This suggests that violent events drive up higher engagement than playing discounts. We recommend Rockstar use challenges over discounts to drive up user engagement.
Well, my Datathon project's due in an hour.